If you were the Knicks owner and could keep only two of Karl-Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, and OG Anunoby, which two would you keep? This isn't just a hypothetical. It is a decision the Knicks may have to face sooner than most fans realize. In the 2027 to 2028 season, Towns will have a player option worth $61 million. By then, at age 32, he will be eligible for a max contract worth 35% of the salary cap. This could very well be the last major long-term contract of Towns' career. Even if he does not demand the full max, it still won't come cheap. So here's the question: do the Knicks give him that contract or not? If they do not, they will lose one of the most complete centers in the league. Last season marked the third straight year Towns reached the conference finals. His true shooting percentage in the playoffs was an incredible 68.4%, third best in the league. Before Towns arrived, the Knicks had been eliminated in the second round in back-to-back seasons. During their championship run, Towns may not have been as spectacular as Brunson in the fourth quarter, and he may not have had an iconic moment like Anunoby's game-winning putback, but his ability to operate as an offensive hub and keep the offense flowing was a key part of their title run. His defense on Victor Wembanyama in the first two games of the finals was also outstanding. In many games, Towns' steady production through the first three quarters helped keep Brunson fresh and put him in position to take over in the fourth. With so many elite teams around the league now built around dominant big men, losing Towns would be a massive blow to the Knicks. But if they give Towns a huge contract, that creates a chain reaction of other problems. The first question is whether they pick up Josh Hart's team option, worth roughly $22.4 million, that same season. And that is not even the biggest issue. In the 2028 to 2029 season, both Anunoby and Brunson will have player options, and both will also be eligible for max contracts worth 35% of the salary cap. Let's start with Brunson. Whether he willingly took a discount or simply wanted the security of locking in his money early, the 4-year, $156 million contract he signed left roughly $100 million on the table compared with what he could have made by waiting another year. His arrival ended 2 decades of chaos for the Knicks. He also led the franchise to its first championship in more than 50 years and won Finals MVP. On top of that, he will already be 32 years old by then. Would it really be unreasonable for him to ask for the full max? If you actually let Brunson walk, Knicks fans might tear Madison Square Garden apart. Then there is Anunoby. By then, he will also be 31. Last season, he did not just have the iconic game-winning putback in the finals, he was also incredibly efficient throughout the entire playoff run. Anunoby posted a 72% true shooting percentage for the entire postseason, best in the league. He averaged just over 20 points and 6 rebounds while shooting an incredible 48.9% from 3. A two-way wing who can play both on and off the ball is exactly the kind of player every team in the league wants, and this will most likely be the last major long-term contract of his career as well. It would be very difficult to expect him to take a major discount. Do not assume that just because the Knicks are in New York, they can spend without limits. After winning the championship, owner James Dolan said he was willing to spend more, but the payroll could not go over the second apron. That was also why they chose not to re-sign Mitchell Robinson during the offseason. Crossing the second apron is not just about paying a massive luxury tax bill. It also means a team cannot sign buyout players whose previous contracts were worth more than the mid-level exception, cannot aggregate salaries in trades, cannot use the mid-level exception, cannot acquire players through sign-in trades, and cannot use previously generated trade exceptions. Put simply, staying above the second apron for too long means losing most of your flexibility to improve the roster. By the time these 3 players finish their next contracts, they will be around 35 or 36 years old and entering the final stage of their careers. These contracts could make a huge difference in their career earnings. Even if none of the 3 demands the full 35% max, it is hard to imagine any of them accepting a massive pay cut either. That is why next season could be the final year this core stays together. The Knicks will soon have to make a choice. Which 2 of these 3 core players do they keep?